And hello everyone, and welcome back to Neely FX. My name is Michael Neely, and this is the channel where I talk about foreign exchange trading and building expert advisors for the MetaTrader 4, MetaTrader 5 platforms, as well as some other things such as prop trading. So I'm starting to get into proprietary trading, so that's something that's kind of fun. Matter of fact, I've got some fun news. I've finally joined a prop trading firm, and I'm now going through my first ritual, my first challenge right now. So that's kind of fun. We'll going to take a look at that and see how that works today too. First, let's do something called read the reader disclaimer. Because I'm in the United States, we have a disclaimer that I need to go through, and it goes something like this. Let's see. This channel is for educational and for entertainment purposes only and does not constitute trading or financial advice. By the way, if you hear chirping going on, it's not your speakers. We're here with Henry, the Forex trading parakeet also. Now, I'm a professional trader, not a broker, trading my own capital. I do not solicit funds, manage client accounts, nor do I hold CFTC or NFA registration. Forex trading is highly speculative with a high risk of losing some or all of your investment capital. Only trade the funds you can comfortably afford to lose. The CFTC risk disclosure goes something like this. Forex trading, as well as options and futures trading, carries a high degree of risk and may not be suitable for all investors. The high degree of leverage can work against you as well as for you. Before trading Forex, consider your investment objectives, experience, and risk appetite. You could sustain a loss of some or all of your investment capital. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to do one more thing before I shift screens. Put this in here like that, and log in there, and there we are. Now let's go to here. And here we are. Hello everyone. As you see, I'm not wearing a shirt I wear to work. This is my day off. I do have a day job, so this is not my primary source of income right now, although one day I would like for it to be my primary source of income because it's something I've been working on for a really long time. So first, let's talk about the euro. The euro is first. We're going to kind of get out of this a little bit. First, I want to go back and make sure that the here he is on my head. My glasses. He likes my glasses for some reason. No matter, the only ones I don't have on my face, which is kind of fun sometimes. So let's go back to the monthly charts real quick. Yeah, make sure that all of our information from the monthly charts, our trend lines. Ooh, look at that. For the monthly charts are still valid. And it looks like they are. The 4-hour trend line is really messing that up right there. But the monthly trend lines are being respected as far as the monthly resistance and monthly support trend lines. So it's staying within those parameters. We're going to go back to the daily now, and weekly, and see if those are still being respected. And this is getting so jumbled up, I can't really see what's going on with it. You have to get out of it like that a little bit and see what's going on from here. And I don't see any weekly time. Well, weekly time frame is right about there, and not a whole lot to talk about as far as the weeklies go. That is also being respected. Probably delete that, but I'm not going to. I'll keep it in there just for yeah, there we go. Tighten this one up a little bit and go like this. So let's look at the daily trend lines. The daily trend lines are still also being respected right there. So we're looking at it's getting close to this daily trend line here to see if it breaks that. So that might be an opportunity where we come in around 16.5. I don't like coming in on the half, so I would come in around 16.33, 16.35, around in there. However, that does run into this this level here, which could pose a level of resistance. So 16.29 might be better. See if it bites on that. But what we're also looking for is looking for a bearish change of character in here too. Then again, it could bounce right off that trend line and not break it and start moving up again. Depends on what the dollar is going to do. Let's go to our 4-hour, and we have a break. We've got a trend line break right here. It's not a strong trend line break, but it is a trend line break. Just enough for us to let's just take this support trend line and move it over here to there, and that pretty much takes care of that. Because now our daily and our 4-hour trend lines are almost identical, which indicates to me that it might bounce off these trend lines and move closer to the top side, but I don't see that it's going to be a really strong movement unless something really spectacular happens on the fundamental level. So I don't know if that is going to happen, but we've got that taken care of on the euro. Let's go now to the Japanese yen, the dollar versus the yen, and we're going to back it back out again and do the same thing again. And make sure all of our trend lines are holding up. And Henry is going to try to eat the stapler, because that's what birds do. They try to eat shiny things, and yeah, that's you. Come here, come over here. Okay, here's Henry. Henry the Forex trading parakeet. So cute. Let's see. So I've got this all jumbled up too. However, there's not any real need to change anything as far as the monthly trend lines go. It looks like everything is still on the up and up, as it were. The weekly trend lines. And again, this may be another instance where I don't have any weekly trend lines drawn. As a matter of fact, if I would draw one, I'd draw probably from here across to here. That would indicate more of a support line than a trend line. Support area, which is done by the shaded green area, that's put in there by the Lux Algo Smart Money Concepts plugin for TradingView that I'm using. That you can get that too. It's a free one, or it's free if you have a certain level of something going on. If you've paid for a certain level of TradingView, I think it's free, and it may be free all around. I don't know. I do have a premium account, so I'm not using the free TradingView account because I can't draw as many lines on there with the free trading account. So the daily, except here we did miss a break here on the Japanese yen. Go back out to daily. This trend line has changed, so this needs to move up to here. And again, we're seeing the same thing between the 4-hour and the daily trend line, which is kind of interesting. And we're also seeing the 4-hour and the daily trend lines being not being respected as much. However, the 4-hour support trend line is definitely being respected. So we're probably, according to this, we might see some more upward movement in the yen. Then again, you get to the 4-hour, and this one needs to come up to here. And that again is converging into this zone, this seller's zone right here, where a lot of big money has been going in here and doing some selling. So we've got that going on. Again, what's going to happen? I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball. And the famous words of, maybe not famous words, but he says it over and over again on his, when he was doing webinars, is trade what you see, not what you think. Because what you see is real. What you think is not, is just imaginary. It's not objective, and you're not. It's not because you're gonna. Anytime you get emotional about trading, you're going to trade what you feel instead of trading what you see. And sometimes those are not the same thing. Most of the time, they're not the same things when your emotions are involved. But here is the yen again. I'm not sure what exactly is going to happen. Henry's going to go do something different now. I see my level down here was not hit. I probably want to get rid of that one. Do I want to delete your alert? I sure do. 300 pips out? Sure do. Again, but the last 4 hours in the yen really is starting to bounce off that trend line. So again, it looks like we might have a reversal in the dollar this next week coming up, because everything seems to be getting range bound, very strongly range bound. The dollar yen seems to have more support to the downside, and the dollar euro seems to have more support to more resistance to the top side. So we have those things going on. We also have, I also group my bonds. Again, the market isn't open yet, and these markets won't really take full effect till about 8 o'clock tonight. But do you really want to get in when the markets are first opening? The answer is no. At least not for me. If you trade the market at 8 o'clock, you're either trading the 5 minute or the 1 minute and trying to scalp and get in and get out. That is a strategy That is how I tripled my money in 2014, but honestly, it wears you out. It's just you're constantly in front of the screen when you are trading, and it's keeping that level of focus is tough to do sometimes. I lived by myself at the time, and I was kind of sort of able to do that because I didn't have anything else to do. But when you have other people in your lives, like family and stuff like that, then you want to spend more time with your family instead of in front of the charts. Believe me. If you've seen any of my shorts, you'll notice that my significant other and I, the lovely and beautiful devoted friend 72, we go places on the weekends. Today we're kind of taking it easy because we've got a long week ahead of us as far as work goes. So let's go into gold. Gold is always fun. I like gold. I love gold. Gold is fun. I really like gold. I wish I had more of it. However, what we're seeing here, let's go back to the monthly for a second. Get back into the charts here. And we're going to tighten this up a little bit because you can't see what's going on. As you can see, gold has been on quite the tear since 2018. 2018, $1,300 an ounce. Now, flirting with $3,400. With 34... What is that? The high on that 3506. For some reason I can't get my other computer to not stay on. But 3506 is the all-time high for gold right now, and we are at what closed Friday's close was 33.55. Let me do this real quick. Apparently there's another power setting. I need to go into the my other computer and get that set up. So the monthly. Definitely being respected. I mean, that's what we call a parabolic curve. That is just parabolic growth, and a lot of people will say that it's unsustainable. You're going to see the same thing in Bitcoin. Bitcoin is on a tear again. I don't like Bitcoin, so I'm not going to talk about Bitcoin. And also, it's not my my favorite thing to do. Weekly is right here again. Weekly support. Lots of weekly support in gold. And then we come down here to the daily chart. We've got, again, a lot of supporting as far as the daily trend line goes, except it broke out to the downside. So we're going to pull this one down here. And then the 4 hour, well, we got a lot of work to do on the 4 hours. Not a lot of work, but this isn't really work. Let me see. So this is the 4 hour resistance level right here. This one, I think we can go ahead and safe to call that up top right there. And then the 4 hour support trend line is still lots of support for gold. It's getting into this area of strong selling, so we could see a reversal on gold again. Again, everything is range bound as to be expected. It's the summer, and all the major players are at the beach. At their beach homes, or in Italy, or during, I know one guy that goes to Italy every year. So a lot of people have decided to take the time off and spend with their families instead of trading. Another one, this is one of my personal favorites because I've got lots of this. This is a Morgan dollar. It's a silver Morgan dollar. It's 1881S. I keep on my desk just for kicks. I was a Bitcoin collector when I was a little boy, and I'm now again a Bitcoin collector again. Silver, as you can see, has got a very strong breakout in silver. I called it on Thursday night, I think it was. Last Thursday, I put out on X that it looks like silver could break out. And it sure as shooting did. The resistance trend line, we can now take this and move this one way up here like that, and then we're going to notice that we have a channel going on here. First, let's back out to the monthly and check out the monthly chart. Ooh, that's ugly. Tighten that up a little bit. And again, monthly trend line is definitely being maintained. That's this one. Don't even need a monthly resistance. Oh yeah, we do. Surprised I don't have that on there. So let's put that in there too. Got a monthly support trend line, and let's change that to something I can see better. And then monthly resistance, going to change that to a rate because that way it'll go indefinitely. I'll go there to there. Make that one red. Monthly resistance. Trend line. And so we're starting to see kind of an upward channel on this, which is kind of fun. After this, we're going to go to the weekly. And the weekly chart, probably not really going to need it, really. We're going to do it anyway, because this is a practice that we get into. Resistance, trend line, and this will be our weekly resistance trend line. So outside, that's what people do where we live. They ride motorcycles on the weekends. You can't ride them in the winter because the temperatures get down to like 5 degrees and stuff. That's too cold to ride a motorcycle or do much of anything else in my opinion. Except stay inside. But let's see, now we're going to go to the dailies. We're going to go from the, and again, I don't really see a reason to draw this trend line because, I mean, there's my daily trend line right there that I did not label because I think I did it on a weekday when I was trying to get out the door to go to my day job. And daily support trend line right there, 4 hour, and might as well draw the daily resistance trend line. Just start, guess right there. Seems like a good spot. And then turn that one red. And daily resistance trend line on silver. And then after that, we'll get into the 4 hours, and that's where we'll see our little breakout happening right here. Except now it looks like everything's converging on this 35.5 area, 38.5 area. And the high is 38.5, 38.53 I think is the half. Friday's close was 38.39, which is still showing a lot of strong support, and something we don't see on the Lux Algo Smart Money Concepts is that we don't see an area of resistance here. So this could very well go higher into the 39 and the 40s. I don't know that I would wait and see what the price action is after the markets open on probably tonight at 8 o'clock to see what happens with that. But we very well could see silver moving higher. That could be the start for next week. It might be fun to look at the 2-year bond yields. 2-year bond yields, they are got a bearish change of character here, so, and a strong downturn on Friday's bond yields, which means that well, again, that's too much of a channel to really call anything. Let's see what Europe's doing. They're kind of all over the place too, except looks like they're breaking out and going bearish there for a little bit. So it looks like inflation could be coming to Europe, and in Japan, that's just, ew. Didn't expect that on that chart. Very thin, very illiquid market is what this means. But you're also going to start to see a bit of an uptick to the bond yields, except for Friday. On the 2 years. So again, everything just, it's summer. Everything's going largely sideways. You might get a couple of good trades in this next week. Then again, you may not. I have started my next trading. This is my prop trading account And so I'm just kind of playing around with it, getting used to the charts and everything. And there's everything set up on the 4-hour charts. That's where I'm going to make the majority of my trading decisions from. The S&P 500. I didn't realize I could trade the S&P 500 for that, but I guess I can. What's that? Gold? No, dollar yen. S&P 500 again. We make this one gold because XAUUSD. But anyway, we may have some reason to trade. We may not have any reason to trade. You know, it just all depends on what happens this next week. Again, those are some of the setups and some of the areas. I don't see. Again, this is mainly for entertainment purposes, and I'm not an advisor, so I'm not going to tell you how to trade or when to trade. But it looks like we could see some more downside action on the euro dollar, the EU, and some upside action on the UJ, the dollar yen. So that's what I'm going to be watching this next week. A lot of area of resistance for the dollar versus the yen. Dollar versus the. However, this is where we're going to see a lot of potential. Well, you could see some potential buying action down here too, around the 116 area. Let's see if it stays between 116 and 117. Which would be some awfully boring trading. However, you can pretty much catch it going up and catch it going down in a range if you are so inclined to do so. I like range trading sometimes, but it's kind of difficult. It's been more difficult to call lately. However, it can be done. Well, you guys, this is going to about wrap it up for me. I think I've done about all the talking I can do today on these topics. S&P 500. I'll go look at that real quick. Yeah, that one's. Yeah, this might want to get into the going bullish on the S&P 500. Don't see any area of resistance up here forming yet, but who knows? We'll see what happens with that. Well, you guys have a great one. Again, if you like this channel, then be sure to like and subscribe to this channel, and I'll keep making more of them. I'm going to keep making more of them anyway because this is fun for me too. But you guys have a great one, and I will talk with you later. Have a great week.